Okay, I don't know if you can see that, but it's got like a little pearl shimmer to it. And this is the floor. Mystical vibes. Hey! Welcome! My name is Letitia and I'm from Watercolor Arts, and today I'm going to do a little time lapse for you guys, and it's on my latest piece called Mirror Mirror, and just kind of wanted to take you on the journey with me doing it. It's actually one of my larger pieces. This is 1 meter by 60 centimeters, and I actually created this piece as a start off to my new era of art, because I've kind of been doing more colourful, whimsical, childlike work. It's still whimsical, it's still fantastical, all of that, but now I'm refining it and taking it up a notch. So I'm just going to level up my art skills this year and really knuckle down on it. And so this is the first piece of coming out and stepping into the new era of art. So we're coming into luxury, elegance, cozy, romantical, fantastical vibes in my art. So if you like that, stay tuned for what I create. But this is the study that I did painting wise, just to get started, because I was deciding whether I was going to paint or whether I was going to draw or not. This piece is actually available on my Etsy shop right now. Super cute, and that's Golden Oracle Arts at etsy.com. I don't know if it's AU or not, but anyway, I'll put it on the screen so you can go check out my shop. Shameless plug, wink wink. So I decided to do this study just to see, and so as soon as I put the pencil on the paper, I was like, yeah, I'm drawing. Because with drawing I can get into the more meticulous detail and add all these elements so that it makes people look twice at it, like, oh, I missed that the first time, oh, that's in there. So I love to do that, and I can do more mixed media as well. So that's enough from me about the piece, and I'm just going to get into where I'm up to with it, and you guys can just slide on along with me. And if you like what I am creating, feel free to subscribe and join me on the journey. I would really love that. See you soon. Okay, and here I am working on the carpet for our Parisy, I can't even say it. It's a Paris apartment, okay? Paris apartment. So I'm using a wet on wet technique, which is basically putting down a bunch of water and then swirling in the colours. It's actually my favourite thing to do, but you'll see a little bit later that I get carried away in one spot and I get a little heavy-handed with it, and that is dangerous, because watercolour is a dangerous medium, and I think that's why I like it, because you really have to flow with it. You have to be patient. You have to watch your strokes, because if you do work too dark, then it's really hard to pull it back to light. Often you have to come over the top with another colour to lighten it and add in highlights, but it's easier not to do that and to actually leave a gap for highlights with watercolour. So yeah, anyway, this is what the Paris apartments look like, and it's either wooden floorboards covered with a carpet or some sort of mat. So I am following along with that interior design template, I guess, and just I want this to be carpet. So I want it to be carpet with like floral motifs on it. So I am just getting the base down for it, and I've put like a pearl watercolor over the top so you can see that in the piece, and it's really cool. So we've got some shimmery highlights throughout, which is going to make the piece extra magical and mystical. So you can see her hair too, so that it's kind of got like this deep forest emerald green. I think it's more of an emerald green, to be honest, not a forest green. And I want it to be with black highlights. I'm going to have to work the layers on this one. So I'm a little bit scared about it because hair, you know, you got to get these highlights right. And because I've got two sides where the light's shining, it's shining on the back of her head and it's also going to be shining at the front because she's reading a book that's going to be lit up and illuminated, and behind her there's going to be moonlight that's going to be cast on the back of her head. So I just got to be careful with it, so I'm trying to make sure I don't overwork the watercolour. Reminder, Letitia, don't overwork the watercolour, don't overwork it. Because if you overwork it, it can start looking murky and just ill. So I just got to take my time and layer slowly and just kind of plot along and make sure that each layer of watercolour is dry before I add the next layer. Because if you don't do that, then your colours start blending together and they look bleh. So we don't want bleh. We want colours that look like they're layered and sitting on top of each other, and it's looking like it should. But anyway, here's the School of Good and Evil, which is what I was watching while I was painting and getting the carpet down. I really enjoyed it actually. I like all the visuals, I love the costumes, it was so good, and just gave me some ideas. Like there's one scene where she's in the forest in a field of pink pansies, but those pink pansies have teeth, so they're the evil type. And I just like the characters, so I'm thinking I'm going to do something that's inspired by the theme of that movie. I even had this idea for like a gothic cathedral and the two characters battling. So oops, you can see I went a little heavy-handed with the blue and the pink here. I was melding the colours together actually on the page, which is very dangerous, but I like to free fall when I'm doing my backgrounds for watercolour. That's just how I do it. But when I look at it now, it's not as bad as you think, because when you use that wet on wet technique, when it dries it's a lot lighter. So I had a mini panic moment, but then I'm like, wait a minute, it's going to dry and you can deal with it when it dries. But it turned out just fine, so I'm cool with that. You'll notice on both sides of the carpet that there's like these tiles, so I'm going to have, I've started on them on one side, so it's like a Payne's grey tile that I'm going for. I didn't want it to be like straight in your face pow black and white tiles, because I think that it's too much. So I kind of just eased into it with Payne's grey tiles, and I'm going to add some like gold elements to it as well, just to add that little rich opulent look that I'm going for in the apartment. So that's pretty much it of me explaining about it. So you'll see the shimmer here. Check that out. Ooh. I really like this watercolour. I've used it now, so it's running out. It's so annoying because I haven't used all the other colours in the palette, but just that one shimmer colour is really what's standing out. The couch, I don't know what colour I want to paint that couch. I don't want it to be pink because I feel like there's enough pink in the piece now, so I don't want to overrun it. So I've got to sit on what colour it should be. If you're getting ideas, drop it below. That's me burning incense, adding a little more mystical vibes. But yeah, I'm on this couch colour, like a deep blue colour, just to make it pop. So we'll see like a navy blue, like a Perusian blue, I think will be probably to like offset